Hey, it's Jati Jones. Today we're going to be talking about believing in yourself and the central role that belief holds in your life and in your success. So this video is for you if you want to get good with women or if you want to improve other areas of your life as a man, such as your career or your fitness or your general confidence. So we do a lot of work on ourselves in terms of accumulating a lot of information. But how much work do we do on ourselves in regards to installing belief in ourselves? What I've discovered, and many have discovered, that until you believe in yourself, you're not going to get the result you want. So, for example, with women, you may have been studying women for years now, women, seduction, all this stuff, but you may not be getting the result yet. So why is that? If you're not getting the results you want with women yet, that shows us that there's still a part of you that doesn't believe that it's possible. So today I wanted to kind of pull back the curtain and tell you about what I've been doing in the background with other men to show you that getting good with women is a possibility for you. And if you're skeptical in other areas of your life, this might help you with that too. So, when men come to me for coaching, a lot of the men that come to me are men that have been stuck for an average to 3 to 5 years. A lot of men have been stuck for 7 years, even 10 years. So when I say they were stuck, we're talking about pretty much 0 dates, 0 casual sex, 0 girlfriends, 0 kissing, just like almost 0, right? And after we worked together, I want to share you some stories. So there's one guy that was extremely introverted and quiet, and when he was in a group, he would pretty much be like a mute, okay? Like he would pretty much like just close down, not talk to anyone. He was even so quiet that he made other people feel uncomfortable because he was that quiet. Okay. Now, this guy used to go on first dates. He used to get first dates from dating apps, but the girls would never want to see him again for a second date. He tried approaching women on the street. That was hit or miss. And even if he did end up getting a woman, again, once she met him after the first date, she would just, friend zone him, not want to see him again, not want to take things too far. And this went on for years. Okay. For years, this guy was struggling. Okay. Then we worked together, and I'll spare you all the details, but fast forward, he now has a beautiful wife. He got married. They bought a house. They have a baby, and they're living a beautiful life. So he went from 0 to hero. Okay. That's one story. There's another story of another guy from California. He hadn't been able to go on dates or get women or have anything work for him for around 7 years. And now, after doing some coaching, he now has a steady girlfriend, and they're talking about taking it to the next level, getting engaged to eventually get married. There was another guy that had never kissed a girl until he was 30, which is when we did the coaching with him, right? He had one. He doesn't even acknowledge. He says like it didn't even count. Like he hardly had one kiss on the lips with a girl, right? Then we did the coaching. He used to always get stuck in the friend zone all the time with women, right? All the time. He was the nice guy, stuck in the friend zone, could never even get a makeout with a girl. Now he is what I call one of my dangerous students, because for the past 2 years now, after we did the coaching, he's been getting lots of girls, girlfriends, casual sex easily, and now women see him as the bad boy. Now when he's in a group of men, he's the dangerous guy. He's the guy that's getting the girls. So I'm just pulling these out of the air. These are all guys who were stuck, perhaps just like you were stuck, and who were in a bad situation, just like perhaps you were in a bad situation, but now they've evolved, they've transformed, and it's like night and day. And those are just 3. There are tens of these. There are tens of these examples. So what I wanted to tell you today is it is possible for you to transform but you need to believe that it's possible. So the reason I'm sharing these stories with you is for you to see like, oh, well, if those guys could do it, then I can do it too, okay? Those guys were extreme cases, and now they're doing very, very well. So you can do it too. Now, what helped transform these guys was they got a mentor, they got a coach, which is a key ingredient. If you've watched my other videos, that's a key ingredient, okay? So what I've been telling men is that being a man is a team sport. Also, we can say success with women is a team sport. If you go back to the days when we used to be in tribes, we used to sit around the fire with our older brothers, our uncles, our fathers, our grandfathers, the neighbor, the neighbor's father, the neighbor's grandfather, and we would be surrounded by men, okay? And we used to also have an official rites of passage. A rites of passage is when you would take a boy, in the tribes, you see they take a boy when he hits 13, 14 years old, I don't know the exact age, they take him through a ritual, a rites of passage, where he goes through some challenges, some physical pain. Maybe they send him out into the wilderness for one night alone, and then he leaves a boy, he comes back a man. Then they sit in these circles and they pass down the wisdom from older man to younger man. Well, now in our society, in our day and age, you just have you alone thrust out there into the world, and you're expected to know how to succeed, how to be productive, how to get women, how to be confident, how to believe in yourself. You're supposed to take on the weight of the world of your shoulders all alone. That's what society is telling you you're expected to be doing. But that's false, my friend. We never did it alone. If you go back and look at when we lived in a more natural state in tribes, you would see that we survived in tribes, in groups. A human being is a group animal. You need that support. A man needs support from other men. So I want to remind you that if you're stuck, if things aren't working for you, it's not because you're not enough, not powerful enough, not strong enough, not capable enough. None of that. The reason why you're not excelling at an accelerated pace, why other men are getting ahead of you, is because you are not using mentors. You are not surrounding yourself with other men. You are not getting support. Okay, you're not getting support. Again, if we go back to the old days, if you were excluded from the tribe, kicked out of the tribe, you would die. You wouldn't be able to survive alone. That's why humans got together in tribes, because we need each other. Now, tying this back to believing in yourself. Part of believing in yourself is having other men believe in you. In my coaching, what I do is I speak belief into the other men. I show them that I believe in them. Sometimes you need to have one or two people believing in you, encouraging you. And I don't do that from an ingenuine place. I genuinely believe in my students because I've seen so many times, I've seen the transformations. Another reason is I don't take on a student unless I believe that he can get that result. So if you want to install belief in yourself, yes, there are a lot of things, and you're going to YouTube how to get more belief in myself and come up with a million videos. But one thing I haven't really seen talked about is using another person to help you increase your belief in yourself. So we usually ask ourselves, what can I learn or what can I do in order to believe in myself more? Well, here's a new question, a much better and more efficient question. Who can help me believe in myself more? Who can I form an alliance with to increase my belief? Sports teams mastermind together. They have pep talks together. They talk together. They do all that, and they build the belief with each other. And when one member misses a shot or whatever, and he bows his head down, another member comes over, pats his back, and says, "Don't worry about that, man. You got this, dog. Forget about that. Let's go. Let's win this." You see? So it's all around you. Part of believing in yourself as a man is being part of a unit of other men. having a mentor, having other men. The reason I believe in myself is because I have wonderful friends, family, partner, people who believed in Jad along the way are one of the pieces that allowed Jad to go from shy, introverted, closed down, unable to socialize, to being where I am now, where I'm able to be comfortable and confident and all of that stuff. Okay? I've had specific coaches which have helped me believe in myself. I've had specific people, my mother, some key friends, Stefan. There are people in my life who spoke belief into me. And I speak belief into you through these videos. So you need to surround yourself with people who believe in you. You need to mastermind and partner an alliance up with people who believe in you. Because in the end of the day, the thing that is holding you back from getting what you want is belief. There's a saying, whether a man believes he can or he cannot, in both cases, he's right. Okay? Whether you believe you can or you can't, in both cases, you're right. What you believe determines your destiny. So, ask this different question. Who can I surround myself with in order to believe? Who can I get as a mentor in order to have a belief spoken into me? If you look at Mike Tyson's story. Mike Tyson, for you younger people, he was a champion boxer and he was absolutely feared and he was completely dominant in his heyday. Well, if you go and watch his biography, you will see that his coach installed a belief in him constantly. And when Mike Tyson lost his coach, I think his coach died, then you see a big dip. Now, I'm not saying that we are dependent on having someone there constantly for us to believe in ourselves. Obviously, in the end of the day, we need to sustain it. But Mike Tyson credits his coach for believing in him, for making him Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson would never have been Mike Tyson without that coach. Similarly, I wouldn't be who I am if the strategic people didn't speak belief in my life and look me in the eye and tell me they believed in me, and so on and so forth. So, don't be isolated. It's always the wrong formula. And no matter how we twist it and turn it, no man is an island. No man succeeds alone. No man has absolute, huge, confident belief in himself alone. Mastermind, alliance, hire a mentor, hire me. Go to jadtjones.com, hire me. I'll help you with a breakthrough. But stop going at it alone. Please, for God's sake. I keep hammering this message home because I see the casualties. You're watching me right now on the screen. Okay, you're watching me. But I've been watching you and my whole audience for the past 10 years. And when you watch an audience from this perspective out and see the analytics, the comments, the analytics, the stories, the majority are still stuck. It's a sad fact, but the majority are still stuck. And the few succeed. Why? Because the majority insist on going at it alone. If you have a pattern of failure in your past, look at your past. It's probably looking like this, meaning this represents you going at things alone. Stop it. For God's sake, stop it. It won't work. Impossible. It's an impossibility. So, today's video is about belief. If you want belief in yourself, yeah, you got to do all the other stuff. We're not going to cover that. Yeah, you have to go after stuff. But surround yourself with people who are going to believe in you, speak belief in you, raise you up when you're feeling down and when you're having doubts. Without belief, you're stuck. Okay? So, I invite you to go to jadtjones.com. I have some free goodies over there. Also have some cool products, reasonably priced if you want to check those out. Or if you want to hire me as your coach, go to jadtjones.com. Thanks for watching. Peace. Take care.